Alright, Hazemega here. So I'm doing a video on the Promend folding handlebars for the Sur Ron Light Bee. So when I got my Light Bee, it already had this handlebar on it. I don't know what happened to the stock handlebar, so there it is. It says Promend right here, and there's a locking mechanism here that allows the bars to fold backwards, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, you know. Okay, there it is. So the way this guy's set up is, yeah, it's on the Sur Ron here, and it's got a bar end mirror right here, and it's got some Pro Grip grips on it. And it has a little turn signal dealie here. That's one thing that's different from stock. So these are not the stock bars that come with this bike. I think the stock bars are more like a mountain bike handlebar. This is kind of like it's a drag bar setup is what it is. So you see it's pretty much a straight bar, has a slight sweep back this way. I thought about just like rotating upward if I wanted to make it kind of like a dirt bike bar, but then the bars would be like, handlebar grips would be like pointing downward a little bit. So I think these are around 120 bucks. They're pretty pricey. They actually are pretty stiff. It's a pretty stout bar, this because it's got all this stuff here, and the way it locks in is really hard. So I'll show you how to its biggest feature is that it's a folding handlebar. So I showed you this on when I first got the bike, but I'm just doing a video just on the bars this time because I'm planning to take them off, and I'll tell you why in a bit. So the way you fold these is there's a little button here that it has like kind of like two locking mechanisms. Let me just straighten up the bike real quick. Okay, it doesn't want to. Maybe it's because there's no battery in it or something. So you got to press this, and then that allows this to move. And then it has a little claw here that locks on this lug right here. And so it's a very there's no way that thing's going to come loose while you're riding, unless somehow while you're riding or crash or whatever, you happen to press this and pull up on this at the same time. It's highly unlikely that what can accidentally happen. So it's a very well engineered bar. I give it that. How strong it is, I don't know. I have not dropped this bike yet, so I hope not to. Try not to. So to fold it, you press this button here, and then it allows you to lift up on the latch here, and then it should come up. Kind of hard to do it with one hand. Okay, and then so that pops up, but it still will not fold back. See, because it's got that lug right there. So you got to get the little claw here to clear the lug. So I'm gonna push it forward and then kind of rotate the whole thing up, and there, and it loosens. So there you go. And that's what it looks like folded. Kind of put the bike up centered the handlebar. It's kind of annoying with this bar. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of annoying with this bar here, with this bar end mirror, because like it likes to hit the frame. But I'll tell you what. Well, let's go. Let me go. I'll show you how to unfold it. So as you can see, the bike is like way narrower. The only thing that's really sticking out from the bike now is the foot pegs. So, and there used to be smaller foot pegs on this. All right, so to undo it, let me get my tripod. So I'm going to show you how to unfold the handlebar. So basically, just bring them back straight, and then it'll stop. It'll stop when it gets to the little cradle dealie here. Straighten the handlebars out a little bit, and then bring the latch over here. Bring the latch. So you're gonna have to. It's kind of hard to see, but I got the front part. I'm lifting it over the lug, until it latches. Okay, and then all I have to do is push that down, and boom, it locks in place. So you don't have to fiddle around with the little unlocking button, because it just snaps into place. That's the way it's designed. So there it is, it's straight again. No play at all. It's very positive lock. So it's a. So what do I like about this bar? It's very well engineered, as you can see. It's very stout. Like I said, I never drop tested it or anything, but yeah, it's actually I'm quite impressed by its quality and stuff. What I don't like about it is, yeah, it makes your Sur Ron, it's like your Sur Ron has drag bars, like I said. It puts the bars forward and low, so it's like kind of makes your bike feel like kind of like a little road racer bike, or a cafe racer. So if that's what you're going for, if you're planning to ride your Sur Ron on the streets all the time, you know, on the pavement, then yeah, this is a great bar. It does kind of hurt my wrists after a while, because you're kind of leaning forward, and it kind of hurts your back too a little bit. But it helps put more weight over the front end too. I noticed this bike has a tendency to lift. The front end lifts a lot under acceleration, so, or like going through a corner and stuff. So it's good for riding on the street, but it's not good if you're gonna go use it as a dirt bike. So for a dirt bike, you want the bars to be tall, like this bike here. The bars are tall. They're upright. They're closer to the rider, so you can pull up on them more easily. You know, so you can pull up on them more easily, and you can stand up. The setup on this bike is the way the previous owner had it. Like, yeah, he had set up for street riding, so that's what I didn't like about it. I plan to use this as a dirt bike, so that's why I'm trying to get rid of these bars. So yeah, so. It makes it good for the street, but not so good in the dirt. I just don't feel very confident riding this in the dirt with this setup here, because you're just leaning over a lot, and yeah, it makes it hard to pull up on the bars. If you wanted to, you know, pop the front up over something, it makes it hard to do that. Also, another thing I don't like about these bars, I think they're kind of bulky. When I take them off, I might go. Then when I get it like off. I'll probably weigh it. I'll weigh it, compare it to the bar that I'm putting on. The bar that I'm putting on is, ta-da, these guys, and they're so much wider. So that's a good thing. I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing. So so one thing I don't like about this bar is there's not a lot of real estate to put stuff on the handlebars. Yeah. So if you wanted to add a cycle computer, it makes it kind of hard. If you wanted to, so I had a RAM mount clamped around here, and it kind of took up all the space here. What else? Oh, mirrors. So yeah, you can't put mirrors. You can't. It's hard to put mirror. Like, I couldn't put a mirror here because there's just no room. There's no room on the handlebar. I don't know if they cut the handlebar down or anything, but this ones are pretty narrow, as you can see, compared to the new bar that I got. Look at that. Much longer. Maybe I might cut the new bars down a little bit. We'll see. But I will appreciate the extra real estate on the handlebars, the extra room you get on the handlebars to add accessories and stuff. So you can add like a phone mount, you know, a RAM mount. You can add a cycle computer, because this speedometer is off on this. It's kind of annoying riding this on the street, you know, when it doesn't tell you the right speed. I don't have time to do math in my head, like, oh yeah, you're 15 miles an hour too fast, so I have to subtract this from. I don't want to do that. And yeah, you can't put like mirrors on here. You can't put like a little mirror mount and put like mirrors that stick out. So that's why this guy had to use a bar and mirror. For some reason, he only had one also. So, and I do like this. I actually do like this bar and mirror. It works really good. The bar and mirror works really nice. It works great. Like, you can see behind you really well. But yeah, once your bike goes down, that mirror is gonna break. And like, it hits stuff all the time. It just gets in the way all the time. So, but that's besides the handlebar. So with the new bar, I got a lot more space. I can put some mirrors on I can clamp some mirrors onto the handlebar. So that'll be good. Looking forward to that. Because if you're gonna ride off road, you don't want your mirror sticking out like that. that's a no-go right there. That's why whenever I take it to the track or I'm gonna ride it off road, I take the mirror off, and I'm tired of doing that already. So I bought some dual sport mirrors that they have little hinge, a little ball joint that you can fold them inward, and like if you were to drop it and it hit the ground, it would swivel, you know, instead of just like bending or breaking, you know. So yeah, that's what I do and don't like. Just in a nutshell, like, it's good for riding in the street. It puts the bars forward and low. It makes your bike kind of like a little road racer bike, you know, a cafe racer. Not a lot of room on the handlebars to put stuff. It's really well engineered. It seems like a very stout handlebar. Like it could take some abuse, you know. There's no slop or playing it at all. It's a very well engineered handlebar. And yeah, and it's a little bulky. That's another thing I think. It looks bulky, anyways. I'll weigh it when I actually take the whole bar off, and then put the new ones on. So yeah, so those are the things I don't like about it, and then the things I do like about it. And since I'm going to be setting this up for mostly dirt riding, I don't want that bar on there anymore. So if anybody would like to purchase it, let me know. If I still got it, hit me up. Well, I might still have it. Who knows? I might just keep it. I don't know, but I don't think. And it's kind of like a pain in the ass to keep on switching handlebars. I think I'm just gonna put one bar on it, and that's it. And then if I go to the racetrack, I think these are great for the racetrack. If you're gonna be riding your bike on the racetrack, on a kart track with the supermoto wheels, it's a good setup. But yeah, it's other than that, like, you know, it's actually kind of not comfortable too, because you're like leaning over and stuff. I think if you're wearing, I'm 5'10", 175 pounds, and like I had to kind of strain my back and my arms a little bit to reach that far forward. So I think it would be more relaxed if you just had the regular handlebar that went back and then it went up a little bit. So it's not as a relaxed riding position, is what I want to say. It makes your bike less of a cruiser. That's what I'm going to say. All right, so that's my little review of the Promend folding handlebars. I think they're well made, and but they're just, you know, for when I'm going to use the bike, I don't want them, so they're coming off. All right, here's my go. Okay, I promised I would weigh these Promend bars, so here they are. This is the Promend folding handlebar. They're actually not that heavy. So there we go. That's with the shim. It's 1 pound and 6.8 ounces, pretty much. 1 pound 7 ounces, we call it. All right, cool. So that's how much it weighs. Here's my go.